One of the things that makes Copilot Cowork so powerful is the fact that it has the ability to use skills, right? To work with your Office documents, your manage your calendar, work with your email, your Teams messages, deep research, all those fun things. But did you know that you can build your own custom skill? Here, let me show you one that I've already built. So if we jump over here to Cowork, and we know that every week I create these videos and I want to also turn them into blog posts, not the AI garbage blog posts, but blog posts based on my words. So basically I go and grab the transcript from the video and I go here and upload it. So we're going to say upload a file, and there's the transcript from my last file. So there you go. And so then now I have a whole bunch, right? It's very complicated the way I want these blog posts to be, because I want it to be my blog post, not AI stuff, right? So we're going to go here and we're going to do a /. And then if we click here on skills, we're going to see that down here at the bottom, I have one YouTube to blog post. This is a custom skill that I build. I'm going to show you in just a second. But there's the idea. Here's the transcript, here's my skill, and we're going to say, make me a blog post, please. We'll hit enter. And so now it is reading that in. And you're like, all right, well, what's it going to do, right? Like I didn't give any instructions. That's where the skill comes into play. So let me open up that skill real quick. Here in my OneDrive, right? Documents, Cowork, skills, and then there's the YouTube blog post. And don't worry, we're going to talk about how to create these for yourself in just a few minutes, but I want to show you first. And if we open up skill.md, skill.md, and so here you can see that I've got a name, a description, and once again, we're going to talk about how to do this. And then down here it just says, hey, here's your purpose, here's the tone and style you want, here are your core goals, here are your SEO guidelines, here's the actual blog structure that I want. Boom, 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 boom. Still going here. And then we have some content rules, right? We have the format for the input, right? That's the whole YouTube transcript. The output, what I want you to create is a Word document, so it's easy for me to copy and paste. And then here's some bonus ideas. So there you go. Look, 171 lines. Like, you don't want to type those in every time I want to make a blog post. So that's where these skills come in, is repeatable processes that you can do things like say, hey, call other things or ask for inputs. And that's what we're going to do here. So if we minimize that, oh, it looks like it's just about done. The text were here, then refresh, whatever, right? If we click here, we're going to see there's my blog post. And look at that. It took all the things I talked about. It knew to insert my YouTube links. It says, hey, images go here. And then, all the different pieces along the way. And once again, just so you know, if you're one of my blog readers, like I don't just post this. Then I will go through and Shanify it, right? Which means dumb it down usually. Add some of my goofiness. But it's all based off of my own words. So it's not like I'm, reusing other people's. It's took my blog transcript. So anyway, that's the idea of creating a skill, right? As we have the ability to, repetitive things like that. Like, and there's other ways you could do stuff like scheduled and things, but here, that's a scenario where I'm like, hey, I just, on a random basis, when a video is done, I want to be able to give it a transcript and then have it create that first draft for me. So let's now look at how you can create your own one of those. We're going to do it two ways. A super easy way right here within Cowork. Cowork can build skills for you. And then the other way, we're going to use a third-party API or LLM, whatever you call those things, probably ChatGPT, to help us build one so I can show you how they manually get built as well, right? Because I want you guys to walk away from this able to do it. And remember, this is not developer focused. This is for my end user. I'm passing this along. My admin team is the one that is using this video and the things I'm teaching them in Cowork. So you can do this too. So for the first one here, speaking of my project managers, we're going to help them better manage bugs that come into the Power Platform, right? They get all these emails from customers. They might be managing a dozen customers at a time. And they do a great job of keeping up with it. But this seems like something to me that Cowork can do. So the easiest way for them to figure out, how to get this working is just first to start by telling it what they're looking for. So let's try something like, help me find app bugs. And then, right, because AIs usually do better if you give them a little bit of context what you're about to ask them up front, we'll do something like, look through my inbox for the last week for emails from Chewy at powerapps911.com, right? He sent me a bunch of bugs. Review all the emails. For any that are bugs, changes, enhancements, or otherwise involve work on the existing app, capture that information and save it to an Excel spreadsheet. Now, here I'm hard coding it to Chewy, right? But remember, the idea is I want this to work in your natural stream. So this is what I'm trying to solve right now. We're going to turn it into a skill in just a second. But now that we're like, all right, I think that's probably what I want. We'll hit enter and we'll give Cowork here, it might take it a minute or two to do all that for us. So we'll step away for a second. Now here, if you look, you can see the list messages. It ran it twice and then did a search as well. And the reason is that all the Chewy emails came in today, and it's like, I'm not finding anything early in the week. So it's trying to be more thorough. There's still nothing else to find, but I appreciate that it was more thorough. And so then it said, hey, 3 of those 5 involved work on existing apps. So they did. Another one was about lunch. Another one was about future projects. I wanted to make sure that it was truly hitting just the ones with broken stuff. And so then now it's going to put that into a spreadsheet for us. Same thing, you can see it's created the spreadsheet. It's making sure there's no errors in the spreadsheet. If you've ever built anything with like Claude Code or anything, you know that it kind of sometimes has errors. So it always likes to validate its output. Once again, make sure there's nothing bad that it did the first pass. Okay, and so I can tell you that those 3 emails had 5 bugs. Perfect. 2 of the emails just had 1 bug and then 1 had 3. So I got 5. So it got the right one. It excluded lunch today and another project. And if we open up the Excel, look at that. Date received, email subject, type, app, area, description, source. And if that's not the columns you want, then, go tell it like, hey, I wanted the Excel to have this column or that column. In our case, those are perfect for me, so there's nothing to worry about, but I wanted you to remember that. The other thing I want to remind you guys while we're here, let's pause for a second, is creativity is the key to this, right? One of the things that we've been struggling with AI for the last couple of years is I teach people, I do demos like this, and well, I don't need that demo. Your demo's dumb. No, right? The key here is to say, okay, well, look at that. Shane had it look at his inbox to find stuff he was looking for. It had it right to Excel. Like what you're trying to understand is the pieces, because those of us that are being really successful with AI right now, we're getting very creative applying the pieces. So I'm giving you pieces in the form of this demo, but you need to not get stuck on the fact that you don't have to worry about Power Apps bugs. I don't either. But it's the creativity, it's the usage of that, right? Those are the people that be successful. So do be more creative, okay? All right, back to this. So now that this is done and it works and it does what we want, now I want to make that into a skill. And so here's the beauty of it. Copilot Cowork has a skill for making skills. So we're going to go down here and say something like, that is perfect. Can you help me make this into a skill I can use anytime? I want to trigger the skill and then have it ask me for what email address should search for and then what the name of the Excel file should be. And so if we hit enter, now it's going to use its skills skill, right? If you look over here on the right in just a second, it's going to load the skills skill. That's really weird to say. There you go, skill management. And so it's going to create this skill for me. And then the idea is that once it's been created, next time when I go to start a new chat, we'll just say / whatever they name the skill, and then we'll be able to answer the questions. That's the power here. And we'll look at that. Let's give it just one more second. Task complete, your app issue tracker, right? That's the thing you want to remember. That's what the name's going to be. Skill is ready and validated all the checks. How to use it, just say something like, one of these keyword triggers, and it will appear in your OneDrive within 35 seconds and be available in future sessions. Now, this is one of the places where the product is still preview. And so for whatever reason, it says 35 seconds, and it says that all the time. It's very consistent with that. I'm going to be honest that it usually, right, if we kind of refresh my skills folder, it doesn't usually show up in 35 seconds. It shows up in a little bit like when it's in the mood to. Now, this auto reply triage, this was the one that I built with this exact same steps last week. And, an hour later, I think it showed up. Now, if it doesn't show up, one of the things that did work one time, let's go try this. I'm not seeing the skill in my folder. Can you try syncing it again? Hey, just a reminder while you're waiting on this, if you're struggling with this whole Copilot and Cowork and AI and Copilot Studio and vibe coding, where do all these things go together? We can help you over here at powerapps911.com, right? As soon as I finish this recording, I have to get on a customer call. And we're just going to talk about their AI needs and try to help them make sense of how it works in this Microsoft ecosystem. So if we can help, let us know over at powerapps911.com. All right, back to the video. All right, so it says it's definitely there. I can see it. It sees the size. That's always good. So the sync to OneDrive usually takes 35 seconds. Refresh your folder, check the fast. The path, talking is hard. And then, go ahead and confirm you're looking in the right account. So I'll double check again. Well, there you go. App issue tracker is there. So that's the second time that the second push has gotten it to go within that 35 seconds. So maybe that's just a good reminder here in the short term is if, you don't see it, be like, push it again. Okay. But there you go. There we made one of these. And now if we open it up, right, app issue checker, right, there is the skill MD, MED, why do I keep adding an extra letter in there? It's MD. And then yes, I trust this location. And so you can see, right, it's called the front matter. It had to get that right. So it did that, but there's the name, there's the description, gave it some categories, app issue tracker, and then here are the steps. This is all plain text. So if I don't like what it's doing, then there's nothing stopping me from changing it. Maybe exclude casual social emails. Maybe I want to put those in there so I remember to say thank you, right? We could just remove that line, or we could say put the casual social emails just in a summary in a Word document. I don't care, right? Like the key here is that you can read through this and you can change these words any way that you see fit, right? So, or maybe, you didn't like the way that we had to build that, right? Like you didn't want to do it that way. You use some ChatGPT or Gemini or someone like that. Then you can go over there and get help building one of these skills as well. So let's do that real quick. So let's go in my browser here. Let's go to ChatGPT. Okay. And so in ChatGPT, we're going to kind of set the stage. All right. I accidentally hit enter, right? But so look, I'm using this. Every week I get a bunch of emails from these random email addresses, and I'm not recommending them or not recommending them. They're just crap that I found on my inbox that had that consistency. And so I want a skill to find all those emails and read them. They each have AI and related news, but there's also promotional crap in there and a lot of duplicate information. Review the emails and then provide me one executive summary Word document with the key news for the week. Also create a PowerPoint for me sharing this news with my team. And finally, send me a Microsoft Teams message when you're done. Keep in mind, my preferences are below, right? I want Microsoft related news top priority. I'm also interested in Google, Anthropic, and OpenAI AI news. And then all that third-party random stuff that's probably not going to survive, like just don't bother me with it. And so here you go. You can see that it said, all right, make a skill MD file, right? Save it to this location, which is exactly what we need to do. Other than you see this capital S here, I'm found, and this is not documented by Microsoft, or hopefully they'll fix it, but that S needs to be lowercase. It works a lot better if you make the S lowercase. I don't make this stuff up. Just make sure that case seems to matter. But then it's like, all right, here's what that file would look like. Great. I don't even know what it is. And it looks like it's all done. So I'm just going to say, right, because I'm lazy, I need that to be a file. So will you save that as a skill.md file for me? Hey, I didn't add an extra letter that time. Yay me. And so then let it make the file so I don't have to open up a file. That's what AI is for, right? Okay. And remember though, like it spit all this out. Like if 5 to 8 bullet points is too many for me, I can go change that, right? It's just text. There's nothing special about it. But there you go. We'll download our file. So there it is. And then it told me what location to put it in, right? So let's go back up here. And now one of the things that's important to also know, so we just talked about the whole lowercase s there, but then the folder name and the skill name have to match. So let's just make sure that we create this exact folder. So we'll copy that. We'll go over here. So remember, my OneDrive, Documents, Cowork, Skills. And if you've never done one before, you'll have to make the folder the first time. And then we'll do New Folder. You'll have to make the Skills folder. The Cowork folder should be there. You're in the wrong place, right? So we're going to give it that name that we just did. Boom. Okay, we'll do that. And then if we look over my downloads, we will copy that. We will paste that over here. I will rename it. Remember, here you want the all capital skill and then the lowercase md. And then we'll just make sure that it, AI didn't mess it up. And so weekly AI news briefing. Oh, you know what? I think it did mess it up. It's missing the front matter. Remember when I showed you these and I said, hey, it had this very specific format. So we need that format. Now, I could go tell AI to do it, or maybe let's just go tell AI to do it. No, let's not. We don't have to copy it, right? So we're just going to copy this and we're going to go over here. And so that needs to be at the top. Paste that in. And then I'm going to paste the 3 dashes at the end. There we go. Okay, now the name, this is what I just told you a minute ago. This has to be that exact name from before, right? So that's Weekly AI News Briefing. Oh, but I didn't put it in the right place. Let's try it again. Okay, right? That needs to match the folder name. And then your description, I guess we'll have to write ourselves because it wasn't kind enough to do it for us. Now, you know what? This is too hard. Let's just go back over here and let's just tell it. Let's just try saying, I need the front matter for the skill MD. I think that's enough to remind it. Oh yeah, that is a piece will make or break. Yeah, no duh. And so then now it's throwing in way too much. But you know what? That's all right. We'll click the little copy here. We'll go back over there to my editor and let's blow this away, paste it in. And then basically all of this other stuff we don't need, right? We want as little as possible. There we go. So now we have our name. Oh, now it put the spaces there. I think that's wrong. I think ChatGPT is messing me up. Paste that in. We'll go back to this name. And once again, it worked just spot on the last time. So of course, when I'm demoing it for you all, it's got to be being rude face, right? But once again, front matter, you need the name. The name needs to match the folder name. Description needs to be descriptive on what it is. That's how it knows to use it. Like last time I called it directly, but the better you do it describing it, the more likely it is to call it on its own if you don't do it. Okay, that all seems good. Oh, and it's reminding me skills may only contain lowercase letters. That is also right. Man, ChatGPT let me down. Okay, now that we've renamed it, if you hover, it's going to tell you the skill name needs to match the folder name. It is also right about that. So we're going to copy that. Okay, we're going to close this, save. We're going to go back over to my files. Oh, right here. And then we're going to do F2 and replace it with the lowercase name. Sorry about that. ChatGPT made that worse today than it normally is. But now that that is in there, if we go back over here and we go to Cowork and we go here and we start a new session, if we do a / we should see skills. And if we scroll to the bottom, well, of course it's not there. But hopefully within the next couple minutes, it will start showing up there. All right, refresh my browser and skills. And if we go down here, how about that? App issue tracker is there. Wahoo! Right? Seems that the custom skills load at the bottom in alphabetical order is so far my experience. Whoops, I was editing the video and I forgot to show you how it worked. So now that we've built it, right, we'll do our / we can do skills, and then we'll just go click on app issue tracker. I could have typed it in. We'll hit enter, right? So we don't have to think, just trigger this thing. And so now it should ask us 2 questions. It also gives us a chance to see what it looks like when it asks us questions. All right, inputs needed. I want to provide both, sure, right? So we'll just click there, say submit. And then now it's like, hey, what's the email address that we want? We'll say email chewy@powerapps911.com and then file name Monday task. Now, I'll tell you, I've done this 4 times already, and every time it's asked me differently. So the first time I did it, it gave me a little UI to do the email and the file name. This time it did the little UI for do you want both, one or the other? So just keep in mind, once again, that there's no predetermined path. Cowork decides the best way to get the info from you. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to see. I won't even bother hitting enter, but then now it would generate the Excel file just like we showed earlier. All right, back to what I recorded before. But there you go. Now we have built that. Now, once again, that was a little gnarly. I had to know things to get there. ChatGPT wasn't being the friendliest, right? And the real answer is that, you know, the first way I showed you guys how to build that in Cowork yourself directly is 100% the easier way to go. And once it's built, right, remember, we can just open those up and we can modify those. So you could have it build the first version. That way all the pieces of the puzzle get put in place correctly, and then come in here and edit this until your heart is content. So that's what I've got for you today. Questions, comments, leave them below. Hopefully you guys are all embracing Cowork. I think it is super, super valuable. It is already changed the way that I do a lot of things. I didn't even show you the other 5 skills I'm using to do real work on a pretty regular basis already. And it's only been out for a couple weeks, so not bad. Also, though, keep in mind, it's frontier, so it is evolving. It is changing. Sometimes it doesn't work for the afternoon. Like Cowork hasn't stopped, but like skills weren't loading. I don't know, you know, it is a changing platform. So with that, I'm going to say thanks and have a great day.